There we have it, guys. We just made about 101k today in less than 5 hours. That was perhaps the biggest trade I've caught this year yet. The award for the best and most handsome Asian trader goes to the trading gig. Yes, sir. So here's my hot take. It is your duty to journal your trade, not for today, but for your future self. So you can look back, see the progress that you have made, and thank you for not wasting years repeating the same mistakes. Liquidity. I can just feel it, man. I can just sniff it, bruh. I'm hungry for that liquidity, bruh. Boom! We are in this massive short position right now. So right now, it's 30 minutes before London session. So I was pretty much analyzing the charts, and I pretty much saw that GU has made its significant pullback to like this near point of interest that we have right here, instead of the extreme supply zone. If you look at this is pretty much the supply zone that created a large amount of imbalance. So this is what we deem as an order block. So price pretty much made like a very significant pullback over here, creating like this beautiful trend line, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, so on and so forth, right? Blah, blah, blah. So we know that this is just available liquidity being built up below all of these high lows right here. You know what are all these? These are stop losses from retail traders who are trading the trend, entering for a buy whenever price bounce off the trend line. So this is all their stop loss. So right now, what's going to happen next is that smart money is going to use all this available liquidity to cause price to collapse. You will see price just start crashing down significantly, a lot more faster than the time it took for this to actually build up, for this entire move to the upside to actually happen. You can see this took about 3:30 October to around like, okay, so this took about like 10 hours to build up, right? 10 hours for this entire move to actually happen. You're gonna start to see price collapse within 5 hours, like half the amount of time it takes for price to actually went up, because that's just how the market works. That's just how gravity works. So right now it's just a matter of just, you know, entering right there. Very conservative stop loss, right? The reason why we are placing our stop loss above that supply right there is because that was the last supply that broke structural. So there is a tiny little chance that price could potentially pull back right there. And I don't want to get stopped out if price actually does that. So yeah, that's pretty much my conservative stop loss. It's like 20 minutes away from London, right? So once London open, we can expect the liquidity to be crazy. We can expect like a big boy pump. No, big boy dump to the downside, man. So the entry was very simple. We pretty much waited very patiently for price to actually swap liquidity above this high right here. Once again, this was an inducement to entice retail traders to actually enter for a sell early, right? Because a lot of retail traders, they see price mitigating this order block or like supply zone, they immediately enter for a sell right there, place a stop loss above those highs. Boom, later on price went up there, swept that liquidity before it comes down. So that pretty much gave us our protected high, which is pretty much like a swing high to have swept liquidity. And this becomes the supply zone, right? That was initiated from like this swing high right here. And then later on, we got a fractal market shift right here, which confirmed to us that the internal structure has started shifting bearish. Not internal structure, but like the fractal structure. And then later on, we got this internal break of structure to confirm to us that price is indeed shifting bearish. And then price mitigated like this supply right here, swept some liquidity above this high before started going down even further. And now we are right here. All right, so this was obviously a pretty decent entry. Entry could have been somewhere around here, right? But if I want to scale in, I will potentially scale in like around here. When price like starts pulling back and create like a lower high right here, this is where I can potentially look to scale in for the next position itself. But anyways, this is going to be like a very swift, very fast trade. You can see like we're getting a lot of liquidity, even though it's not even like London session yet, right? So yeah, it's going to be crazy. My only worry is this little 5-minute demand that we have right here. Honestly, I'm not even worried about that 5-minute demand, man. Price is just going to blast right through it. Or it's just going to have like a tiny little pullback and just continue going down even further. Because this demand is so insignificant. Like honestly, it's so insignificant. Like this 5-minute demand zone, it means nothing. Because right now, the internal structure is already aligned with the swing structure, right? So if you look at the swing structure right here, what do we have? lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, so on and so forth. So this is pretty much the 15-minute swing range that we are playing within. And right now, this pullback is over. And right now, we are potentially creating like a new lower high right here for price to come down and take out this low later on. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Just targeting like the next 15-minute demand right here. So once again, still being like pretty conservative, pretty pessimistic when it comes to the TP, right? And yeah, just going to continue observing what price does next. Alright, so right now price has pretty much pulled back just like we were expecting it to do. But like I said, it shouldn't be anything that is worrying because it's just this little 5-minute insignificant demand zone, which is a freaking loser. Alright, this thing's a loser, bro. So yeah, look at this loser, man. Look at this weak little loser. Look at me just bullying this demand zone out of existence. But anyways, like, yeah, you're just gonna have like a tiny little pullback just like this. Maybe even uphill, but then we are just gonna continue going down. So I'm not too worried about this whatsoever because I just know that this is just price coming back to balance before it moves to the next phase of imbalance again. So yeah, that's that, man. Look at this. It's just doing the break and retest sort of shit. Alright, so yeah. Oh my days. What's going on, bro? So we are 8 minutes away from London session. Really excited to see how that goes. Really excited to see how that plays out, man. Alright, London session is here, lads. We are in the building. Liquidity. I can just feel it, man. I can just sniff it, bruh. I'm hungry for that liquidity, bruh. Come on, give me some good old liquidity. Give me some good old selling pressure, man. Yeah, but anyways, what happened right here was that price has pretty much made that pullback into somewhere around here. Swept some good old liquidity from this swing high right here. And right now we are potentially pumping to the downside, alright? I don't know about you guys, but I can just smell it from here, bro. It's about to happen any freaking time now, bro. Like, yes sir. Yes sir, yes sir. New phone, who this? New phone, who this, bro? Yes, there we have it. Yes, a round of applause for the trading gig, please. For getting the best bloody entry. Yes, thank you. That's me, bro. For predicting what London session will do. Yes, that's me. Thank you. The award for the best and most handsome Asian trader goes to the trading gig. Yes, sir. There we go, guys. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game, bruh. What did I say? What did I say, guys? Never ever doubt the GOAT. Never ever doubt the GOAT, man. Lesson of the day. Never doubt the GOAT. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. It's about to collapse. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. No. Look at my face. Do I look like a joke to you? Do I look like a joke to you? No. So take me seriously then. Take what I say seriously then. Huh? Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Man, like I said, man, you guys just gotta keep on showing up, bruh. I'm locked in, man. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Don't smell me. Don't doubt me. I'm locked in, bruh. I'm about to milk the market for every single bloody pip right here, bro. Okay, look, guys. Easy, bro. This is an easy target. 100%. Not an ounce of doubt within me that price is gonna come down to this area right here. Look at me. Do I look like a joke to you? No, they take me seriously, alright? Alright, there we have it, guys. We are just gonna scale in a little bit. Not too much, though. Not too much. Maybe just a little bit. Tiny little bit. We've pretty much just been waiting for price to come up to this supply right here. And now that it did, we need to scale in, bro. We can't be missing out on this particular opportunity itself. Alright, guys. We just scaled in for another 1% on this particular trade itself. This could potentially be the largest trade I've ever taken like this year. Alright, so yeah, this is a big boy trade right here. That's how confident I am in price collapsing to this demand zone right here. This is just like a little bull trap. This is just like a pullback for price to come up here, mitigate this supply like what we've mentioned just now, like what we have predicted. And then pretty much came up there and swept some liquidity perhaps above this high right here. And then now we got sufficient liquidity, price is going to continue going down. and it's gonna take out this low. Once it take out this low right here, game over, bro. Price is just gonna absolutely collapse. Collapse with a E. Collapse with an E. I'm a little bit nervous, not gonna lie, because this is definitely one of the largest trades I've ever taken in my entire life, bro. If this actually play out, that would actually be insane. I was like, I have to go outside of my comfort zone, because I was reviewing my trades earlier on, I was journaling and stuff, and I was like, you know what, every single month I should do something that really pushes myself beyond the limits of my mental capacity, beyond the limits of, you know, like my fullest potential. Because like, honestly, if you're not growing, you're dying, bro. Bro, the entire position is so large that I can't even show you like the P&L right now, because there's like so many orders and you will like clutter the entire screen. So I'm just gonna take away this entire P&L cam right here. It's causing my laptop to lag anyways. Oh my god, this is a big boy trade. What the fuck? I'm actually kind of nervous on this one right here. Like nervous in the form of excitement. Because, man. Alright, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Let's freaking get it, man. So I was actually journaling and reviewing my trades from January all the way to September, just now before I started this London session. And one of the things that I wrote down was, you gotta push beyond the boundaries. You gotta like push beyond your limits and just go outside of your comfort zone. Because like everything you want from trading lives on the other side of fear. Okay, so it's like right now, I want to make sure that every single month, I'm doing at least one thing that is hard. I'm taking a trade which feels psychologically uncomfortable, but it will actually allow me to grow as an individual. And I don't care whether I end up winning or I end up losing that trade, but what I care about is that I have become more courageous. Because like, as I start getting habituated to like the hard things, especially in the markets, I pretty much just increase my tolerance to pain. And to me, excellence is defined as the capacity to endure pain. Which also means that if you're able to endure more pain than anyone else out there, any traders out there, then my friend, you're gonna win in the long run. Because anyone who is afraid of pain or is running away from pain is not gonna survive in this market. Okay, so yes, go and journal your trade, all right? Journal. I know this is something that you losing unprofitable traders don't do, but this is what professional traders do. Because when you do something like this, you realize what are the stuff that you can actually do to get better. You realize that you have a lot more room to improve. Because you really need to like just sit there and just be brutally honest with yourself and just analyze your own inadequacy. Just because like when I was looking at my trades, I'm just like, holy fuck, I'm actually kind of dumb. It's like, why the hell did I take this trade? And you only realize that on hindsight, right? So it's always a good thing to like just go and review your trades, to realize all the stupid decisions you have made, all the stupid trades that you have taken, so that you don't commit the same mistakes again in the future. So here's my hot take. It is your duty to journal your trade, not for today, but for your future self. So you can look back, see the progress that you have made, and thank you for not wasting years repeating the same mistakes. It's like right now, I look at my 2024 trading journal, I look at my 2022 trading journal, and I just thank my younger self for actually putting that down on paper. Because when he actually put those mistakes down on paper, he actually became conscious of those mistakes. So as a result, I no longer commit those mistakes because I know those are the stuff that caused me to lose money. So I pretty much just eliminated those stuff. And I think that's why it's so important to journal, right? It's not so that you can feel like a princess, you know, like hey, dear diary. No, it's so that you can actually be aware of your mistakes, of your shortcomings, of your flaws, of your weaknesses, so that you can actually develop strategies and solutions to mitigate them, to eliminate them, to actually just get better at trading. That's like the whole point of journaling, right? So it's not some voodoo woo shit, right? It's something that you need to do because it's really just for your future self. Like this is that one activity that your future self will thank you for doing. And he will really regret it if you didn't do it. So it's like, if you want to become profitable, you want to be successful at trading, then this is a bullet that you have to bite. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's journaling. That is why I'm building Edge Flow right now, because there is so many parts of a trader's workflow that has a lot of friction. And if I can remove all of those friction through automation, through AI, it will pretty much be much more easier for you to actually journal, which also means it's easier for you to actually review your trades as well. And that's what the AI will actually do, right? Give you feedback on your trade, tell you what you can do to do better. Yeah, so anyways, I'm not going to dive too deep right now. I'm not going to divulge too much about Edge Flow for now. But yeah, man, that's the importance of journaling and reviewing. You just got to sit down and whoop your own ass and like look at the ass whooping and just review it. Because if you don't take the ass whooping in the short term, the market is going to whoop your ass in the long term. That's the hard truth. Dude, if price takes this level out, game over, bro. Game over, man. We're going straight to the bicep, straight to the TP, man. Straight to the TP, bro. Oh my days, it's about to happen. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, guys, I'm in my philosophical era right now. And I wrote this tweet, which is inspired by Seneca, who mentioned that a wise man is self-sufficient. A self-sufficient man enjoys solitude, but he never resents the company of friends. A self-sufficient man conquers hardship not because he's immune to them, but because he remains indifferent to them. He owns things, but is not owned by them. He could lose everything tomorrow and still stay equanimous because he chooses to be happy from within. And that is why a self-sufficient man, no matter how difficult his life is, enjoys a good life. No matter how hard it is, no matter how many shitty circumstances he's born within, no matter how many shit situations he finds himself in, he faces it with indifference and can live a good life. That is how you pretty much unlock the secret to living a good life, is to just be self-sufficient. What do you think, guys? Am I the modern Confucius? Bro, philosophy plus trading? Yes, that's me. That's me, yes sir. The thing is, like, both of those are so intertwined, right? Because philosophy is the art of living a good life. And trading, it's pretty much teaching you how to be a good man. If you think about it fundamentally, the chart is literally like a reflection of your life. That's why probably like philosophy kind of like pull me in, is because of the fact that I believe that trading is the greatest self-development game out there. Like, if you get better at analyzing the charts, you automatically get better at living life. Think about it. You get better at analyzing the charts, you get better at controlling your emotions, managing your emotions. You do that on the charts, you do that off the charts. You're able to handle high pressure situations better. You are able to be indifferent to hardship. You are able to have a higher tolerance for pain because you have suffered so many losing streak. It works both ways, you know, like whatever happens off the charts happens on the charts as well. Like, who you are off the charts is who you are outside of the charts. Which is why if you want to change your trading results, you need to change who you are. It's like, that's pretty much like a no-brainer, but like, that's just how it is. Change yourself, change your reality. Change yourself, change your trading results. Change your belief, your actions, your thoughts, your emotions, change your P&L. It's pretty much like correlated, man. And I think like the moment I learned how to remove my limiting belief is the moment I actually scaled to 6 figures. And then eventually scaled past 6 figures to 7 figures. And now even scaling to 8 figures. It's all because I was just able to just go in there and just remove all the fucking limiting belief, all the social conditioning that was instilled into me since young. In the film Wall Street, Gordon Gekko said that lunch is for wimps. And I didn't understood what he meant until today. He basically meant that if you are trying to reach your fullest potential, you shouldn't be having lunch with friends. You should avoid crowds at all costs. Because if you start hanging out with them, they're gonna start to instill their social conditioning, their belief, their political belief, or like whatever bullshit into you. And if your friends doubt you, you start doubting yourself. If your friends praise you, you get complacent. It's like whatever you do, you are going to get infected by like what they say and what they do and how they behave when they're around you. So the greatest superpower in this era is the ability to sit in solitude for an extended period of time. Only then can you detach from public opinion, reject borrowed belief, and build a mind that cannot be influenced or broken. Only then can you be an independent thinker who's thinking from first principles, that is thinking from your own values and virtues, rather than what the world tells you. If everyone is telling you to do this, then you should do the exact opposite of that. If everyone is running this way, then you should sprint the hell to like this way. Because if you behave like everyone, you're just gonna get the same results as everyone else. Like, that's it. You can't be exceptional unless you become an exception. Just think about it for a minute. Like, in order for you to be exceptional, you have to be an exception. Which means you're gonna be different from everybody else. Which means you need to reason from the ground up, from first principles, and just think logically, rationally, and objectively over every single problem, every single situation, rather than succumbing to groupthink, rather than succumbing to the status quo, right? Like how the world has been doing things up to right now. And once again, this is not just like, be contrarian for the sake of being contrarian, right? Be controversial and just, just be a dick. No, it's just like you have to think independently. Because guess what? You have the power to control your life. You have the power to dictate your reality. And if you succumb to what other people are saying and how they behave and how they think, you're gonna live just like them. Which, let's be honest, is not a life that is worth living. We are back into drawdown land. The worst place to be. Like I said, man, this is just the market testing you, bro. So what happened right here is that price came down, but there was insufficient supply. So it has to get some more supply, right? So guess where is it gonna get it from? It's gonna get it from this entire supply right here that served liquidity. The protected high, which we actually scaled in to our existing position. So right now, that's all our price is doing right now. It's just pulling back to this previous supply over here, mitigating and respecting this protected high for it to continue going down even further. For it to get more liquidity, get more sell orders before it continue pumping to the downside. So yeah, as long as this structure stays intact right here, I'm not gonna be too worried whatsoever. I will only be worried if price for some reason start like fucking going up like crazy and starts like taking out this high. If that's the case, then yeah, we will be stopped up by then and our trade idea will be wrong. Okay, so just gonna continue trusting the analysis and rooting for myself. There we go, there we go, there we go. Purple eye in the canyons. Long to be. Whenever this happens to amateur traders, they start panicking. When you start seeing their position entering into the red, just like this, into drawdown, they start panicking. But the reason why you panic and you doubt yourself is because you don't trust your trading plan. You don't have conviction in your trade idea. And how can you expect yourself to have confidence and conviction if you haven't done the work that is deserving of that confidence? If you haven't been keeping the promises that you make to yourself, right? It simply doesn't exist, right? It's like you want the conviction, but you're not willing to do the work. You want the conviction, but you're not willing to put in the reps. You're not willing to gather sufficient data to prove that your strategy works. Now, if that's the case, then you have no one but to blame but yourself for being unprofitable. And the reason why I can just sit here and just like be unemotional, even though I was like almost getting stopped out right here, like I'm like down freaking 15K or 20K or whatever. I didn't even look at the P&L because I really don't care. It's because I trust my plan. I trust my analysis, right? I've done the research, I've done the preparation, I've done the analysis, and now it's just the time for being patient, just holding it all the way through. So yeah, that's just me holding it all the way through, man. Like just look at this. Now it's just going down. Like I said, what did I say? Price is gonna mitigate what? This supply right here, that swap liquidity. It's just math, okay? It's just math, guys. Once you understand how the market works, why price move, how it move, and imbalance versus balance, you know, fair value, fucking all these fancy terms, then my friend, you'll be zen. You'll be zen, bro. You'll be zen. Look at me. Look at how zen I am right now, bro. Look at how zen I am right now, bro. Okay, yeah, we're going into the profit right now. Easy game, guys. Easy game. Sniping the noobs out of the market right now, bro. It feels so satisfying, you know. Freaking noobs. I'm like smurfing right now, bro. But look at these noobs, bro. Getting stopped out right now. You can see right here, what happened over here was that price came up to this supply. And guess what? It swept some liquidity above this high again. You can see it's pretty much part of like this supply chain that is being formed right here. Swap liquidity came down, supply zone, price mitigated, supply zone come down. Go up, swap liquidity, create supply zone, come down. Now same exact thing. Price swap liquidity comes up, mitigate the supply zone, and now it's going down again. And I think the only reason why I'm so good at trading is not because I have a humongous brain or like I have like an insanely high IQ, but it's because of my ability to recognize patterns. Because I've been exposed to like the charts for so goddamn long right now, I can't help but like form like this weird connection to them. And I think that really just comes from me being able to recognize patterns when they arise, because I've seen those patterns play out over and over again for the past 7 years. Bear in mind, I've been trading London session for like the past freaking 7 years. Okay, not 1 year, not freaking 6 months, but 7 bloody years. So no shit, I can understand what price we do during London session. And that's also what gave me like the balls deep conviction to just continue holding on to my trade ideal. Because once again, I know how the game is being played. Okay, so yeah, man, smoke a weed. Nah, just kidding. Don't smoke a weed, alright? Just meditate and be chill, alright? Just meditate and be chill, bro. It is what it is, bro. Like if you lose, you lose. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that price comes down, smash our TP, straight to the TP, straight to the biceps. The meltdown has begun, bruv. There we go. Now it's looking good, bruv. It's looking good, bruv. Oh my god, it's crazy to think that we were literally breaking even on a trade yesterday, and then today we continue showing up and the market reward us for it. Look at me, look at me. Ho, ho, ho. Oh my god, the market is Santa Claus today, bruh. The market is Santa Claus today, bruh. It's Christmas. And it's not even December yet. Oh, it's Christmas, bro. Oh my days. Bro, this is definitely gonna be my biggest trade yet. I swear to god, this is actually gonna be my biggest trade yet. Oh, look at this tiny little boy just trickling down. So cute. Look at his candle here. Oh my god, it's so hairy as well, bro. Oh my god, so cute. Look at this tiny little freaking... Bro, came down already, bro. What is going on? Alright, we are halfway through our TP, right, guys? Oh my god, this is actually a pretty natty entry, huh? Yes, we did kind of like almost got stopped out, right? But it's still a pretty natty entry because price still end up respecting like this protected high right here. Bro, look at this. 1:9, bruv. Oh my god. 1:9 plus 5R. Bro, that's big juicy 14R. This is the biggest trade I've captured this year yet. And it just happened right after a reviewing session. Literally right after I took the time out and reviewed every single trade I've taken at the start of this year. I shit you not. Like before London session, I was reviewing every single trade I've taken from January to September to see all like the trades that I fucked up, like the mistakes that I've committed, the bad trade setups that I've taken, and then also like the good trades that actually played out really, really well. So my year to date win rate is 65.4%, which is surprisingly high because I thought it was hovering around like 40 to 50%, because that used to be my win rate last year. Last year was like fucking shit, man. It was like a complete shit show. It was like 40 to 55%. But this year, it was like 65.4%. And then the average R multiple per trade is around 4.16, right? So on average, if I reach 10K, I'll make back 4 times of that, right? So I'll make back like 40K. So that's pretty much on average. That's my average RR. So to see, I'm able to, just get a 1:4.6 plus 1:15R, 1:13R trade. I'm really proud of myself, man. Like, this reckoning moment only came after I actually reviewed my trade. Like, I swear to God, man. I swear this is like a sign for God to ask me like, hey, you gotta keep on reviewing your trade, man. Because when you do, you get breakthrough just like this. Fuck, oh my God. Man, I hope you guys have understood how important it is to like just go and fucking journal and review a trade, bro. This is it, baby. This is it. This is it, bruh. Oh my God, this is moment of the truth, guys. So I actually closed like 2 of the many positions that I have open right now. I already closed like 2 somewhere around here. So already secured about 25K in the bank right now. Just want to be very smart about this because, dude, we are risking a lot of money on this trade and I don't want to be missing out on any of the downside or like the upside in this particular case. So we have already secured about 24K, right? So the rest is just running all the way down to the ultimate take profit. I don't usually take partial profits, but for this particular trade itself, I want to make sure that I protect my upside, okay? And yeah, we are just going to let price continue running all the way down here to this extreme 1 minute demand zone. Like I said, man, price is just using all the available liquidity sitting below all these lows right here to fuel price to go down. That is why you see it took a few hours, or how many hours? Like 10 hours for price to actually went up. But then it took less than 5 hours for it to melt down. Like, I was actually freaking spot on when it comes to like the timing. Is actually crazy. It's actually maniacal in it. But anyways, we're just going to continue holding this trade. Price is coming down to this 1.31662 level very, very soon. What I've done is that I have already moved my stop loss to like somewhere around here. 1.318, right? Once again, this is so that I can like protect my upside, protect my profits right here. Okay, so this is like me. I don't really trail my stop loss, but I would say like this is the closest thing to trailing your stop loss and protecting your profits. I think that's the best way to actually protect your profits because of the fact that if price starts reversing heavily against you, you get stopped up with a profit. And then if it doesn't, price can just continue going down, all the way down to your TP, right? So this kind of ensure that you have very limited downside or barely any downside at all because you're going to get stopped up in profit and you have an unlimited upside. So yeah, the rest of the positions that are still running right now, man, I'm so proud of myself for this trade, man. You guys have no idea, bro. I'm actually so proud of myself for actually scaling in right here and also holding it all the way down here. This level of patience is insane, bro. This is actually like the best trade I've ever taken this year, man. It's the biggest trade and also the best trade. Fuck, this is such a satisfying trade, man. Look, guys, if you get stopped out, I can't even be mad, bro. This means that potentially we are going to get a little bit of like demand right here and we could potentially reverse. And even if we get stopped out right here, it's still at like a 10-hour trade. It's still a 10-hour trade, man. Movement of the truth, guys. Let's see whether there's sufficient supply for price to continue going down or is it going to start reversing right there? Because that's where my stop loss is at. If it start reversing, then yeah, we get stopped out. We call it a day. We made about 10 hours on this trade. Anyways, it's like the time where I end work as well, which is like 7 p.m. Dude, bear in mind that I was up at 5:30 a.m. this morning, alright? Man's tired, bruv. Okay, cool. We're going down? Yeah? Gucci? We Gucci or what? We Gucci? Yes, sir. There we go. There we go. Big push. One last big push for daddy. For daddy bread. Oh, bring it home for daddy. That's what I like. Oh my god, yes. Just continue going down, please. Oh shit, this is gonna be the final push. This is it. This is it, fam. This is it, bruh. So just like a few more pips to the TP. How many more pips is that actually? This is about 10 more pips. Come on, you can do this. 10 more pips, bruh. 8 more pips, bruh. Just move it a little bit downtown. Don't reverse on me right now, man. I'm gonna be really disappointed, bro. Oh, there we go. There we go. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Look at me just obsessing over every single candlestick like a freaking amateur right now, bro. This is what a lot of you guys look like, by the way. Like when you trade, this is what it look like. Oh my god, yes, price. This is what it feel like. This is what you do, man. Like, You are like judging me right now, but this is exactly what you look like when you trade, bruh. So don't judge, bruh. If you're watching this, you're about to see history about to be made. Oh fuck. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. I did not just jinx it, bruh. Hell no. Oh no 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 no. No. Why is price going up anyways? Let me see. Price is mitigating this 5-minute demand zone. Yeah, this entire thing is a 5-minute demand zone. Yeah, you can see at any point of time right here, it can just reverse because look at this super duper long double wick doji sort of thing right here. And then we got this huge imbalance to the upside. So yeah, at any point of time right now, you can just start reversing and head back up. And if that's the case, we get stopped out like somewhere around here. And I'm okay with that, man. I'm honestly okay with that, bro. I'm okay with that because by then we have captured 10R on this particular trade itself. Okay, fuck. I literally just got stopped out. Fucking spread. We're out of everything. We're out of everything. Oh my god. This was a freaking good trade, okay? Even though price did not went all the way down to our TP at the end, it did came down to like the 5-minute demand zone. Like I said, it doesn't always have to come down to the 1-minute demand zone. Maybe it will later on. Maybe it needs to make like a little pullback right here before it actually go down even further. But after all, it did came down, mitigate our 5-minute demand, stopped us out right here. It is just me protecting my profits. I'm happy with what I got today, man. Today we got about, let's see how many R this is. Always measure your profit by R, guys. Alright, so this was around 10R. This was a pretty freaking good trade. Oh yeah. Yeah, please reverse. Reverse all you want now, bro. I don't even give a shit now, mate. There we have it, guys. We just made about 101k today. In less than 5 hours. That was perhaps the biggest trade I've caught this year yet. Or rather the most satisfying one. Maybe not the biggest, but like the most satisfying trade I've ever taken. I literally scaled in at the right time, at the right place, got the sniper entry. And yeah, the market just rewarded me for my patience and my temperament for just holding the trade all the way out. And it all came after I spent the entire afternoon reviewing my trades that I've taken in 2025. And you know, I got kind of nostalgic when I was actually like reviewing my trades for 2025, because I actually kind of take a look at 2024 trading journal as well, and I realized how much I've actually improved. Because if I actually went and looked at my 2024 trading journal, I realized that there was actually quite a bunch of like losing months, right? And overall, we still ended up positive, but it was nowhere as good as 2025. And I think that's what trading is about. It's always getting better, always making less mistakes, always leveling up, always pushing outside your comfort zone. That's how we grow. Look at how oh my god, look at how red my eyes are, bro. From staring at the bloody charts all day long, mate. Holy fuck, man. I'm so proud of this trade, guys. I don't think you guys have any idea how proud I am on this particular trade itself. I'm just looking at this, I'm just like, fuck, I fucking deserve this shit, man. Look, it's simple. I traded for 7 years to make 100k in less than 7 hours. It was years and years of consistency that lead up to this point right here. So when you look at this, don't be jealous of the view, be jealous of the climb. Because the climb is what it takes to get here. And if you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to climb the fucking mountain, then stop envying the profits. Stop envying the view. That's it. That's it. Good day.